adventures in a great new show. It's an all-new Saturday morning. You see it in us, It's an all-new Saturday morning.
Hello and welcome to Classic Cartoon Rewind, a podcast where we provide audio commentary and watch-along tracks for cartoons published between 1940 to 1999 that are either based on or inspired by comic books. I'm your host, Carter Hutchison.
And I'm your co-host, Nat Yantz.
Hey, there we go. And Nat, we got I think this is going to be an interesting episode of Classic Cartoon Rewind, and we alluded to it some last time. This is another one where we need to do 3 in an episode to get to the next two-parter, so we're not having to split up a two-parter. Now, the 3 that we're covering today, though, the first one is It's Never Too Late, which premiered on September 10th of 1992. A really good one, right?
Oh my God, I love this one.
And it's just a great Rupert Thorne story.
Mm-hmm.
The next one, Lucky Number Episode 13, is I've Got Batman in My Basement, which, as we said last time, is my least favorite episode of the entire series. So there will be about 20 minutes of groaning from at least me.
From half the audience.
Right. You've made a pledge to be I've Got Batman in My Basement truther. So
I'm here to stand for it. Let's be honest. I mean,
see how that
like I said at the end of last
episode,
it has been years since I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember the last time I saw it,
Probably
I was thinking it's been years since I've seen it, and I remembered liking it. And I was thinking, this is not as bad as I thought it would be. But I still
Sherman and Roberta solving mysteries.
All right.
All of a sudden, we just all right. We'll get
you don't need to come out swinging.
And then the last episode we're covering today is episode 14, Heart of Ice, which is practically unanimously considered the best episode of the series, and it's definitely the most awarded. So I'm really excited to get to all 3 of those. So since we have 3, we are going to go ahead and jump right into it, but after a quick message from our Patreon.
All of Grassroots Comics is funded through our Patreon, patreon.com/grassrootscomics. For as little as $1 a month, you can become part of the Grassroots Comics community, which includes many perks, such as having your name mentioned in this segment of every episode of the podcast, the ability to suggest topics of discussion for shows like These Guys Have Issues, access to the private Grassroots Comics subreddit where members can continue discussions started on the podcast or start their own, behind-the-scenes access to the GRC studio, and early access to digitally released comics and Classic Cartoon Rewind. So it is the goal of all of us here at Grassroots Comics Productions that one day the Patreon is strong enough where we are able to produce the stories, artwork, and stop-motion animation shorts pitched and selected by the Grassroots Comics community. But the only way that becomes possible is with a strong Patreon. So if you feel that the entertainment value you receive from this podcast is at least worth 25 cents, then please become a Patreon contributor today, and with our powers combined, we can have all of our stories heard. All right, now let's get on with the rest of the show.
All right, we're back. We hope you're watching along with us. Classic Cartoon Rewind is designed as a watch-along feature to it. So we've got It's Never Too Late, right? This name is It's Never Too Late. Okay. We were talking off mic earlier. It's easy to get this title mixed up to me. Got It's Never Too Late paused on the WB logo. And I'm hitting play in 3, 2, 1, go.
Gone.
Nice.
I will never get over this intro.
Oh no, it's so good. It's so good. This and I do like the Batman Beyond intro a lot too, almost more than the show.
That's actually a good take. Yeah.
Right. I think people's memories of Batman Beyond just kind of embellishes how the actual show was.
The one stark memory that I have of Batman Beyond. Well, there's 2. Is the one where the video game was addictive, the virtual reality thing.
Okay.
And then the guy who was the African hunter, how they showed that he got his spine infused with, I don't know, that experimental metal or whatever.
Oh.
And there was no anesthesia, and so it just showed him shrieking the entire time, and I turned it off right there.
Ugh. Yeah,
I
that's.
couldn't deal
I
with
don't
that.
remember that one, but that one sounds pretty horrific.
Maybe don't revisit it. Or do.
Right. But I mean, the title sequence alone, that's Darwin Cook art there, so that's worth it.
Oh my god, I didn't even know that. I
Yeah,
did
dude,
not
he did the
realize that.
title sequence for Batman Beyond.
Nice.
Yep.
So I'm wondering if this intro is at all a reference to A Wrinkle in Time. All the kids outside playing with their red balls.
Probably
Probably
it's been
not.
a very long time since no. I would have thought I don't know, that had a little bit of a Citizen Kane kind of feel to it.
Yeah. Oh, look at those old ugly men.
Not much has changed. Hey, now that we've got Commissioner Gordon here, did you see the news that the Batman has cast their Commissioner Gordon?
No, who is it?
Yes, let me look up the guy's name. He is Felix in the new Bond movies, and he is one of the creators in Westworld that is not Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, interesting. I've never seen the updated Westworld. I've only seen the 70s movie.
I had no idea it was a 70s movie.
What? With Yul Brynner, dude? It's so good.
I had no idea.
Oh, you gotta watch it. You
That
gotta
is going
watch
to
it.
blow my wife's mind. Jeffrey Wright. Jeffrey Wright is his name.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it. I can really see him as Gordon. Give him some glasses and a hat or something. That looks like Gordon. All right, so we've got two rival mob bosses here, basically, right?
Mm-hmm. Each more double-breasted than the last.
Oh, that's good.
I love I of this whole universe with Batman, Superman, Justice League. Anytime there's a diner scene, it's always gold.
Right. Classic. A bum asleep in the middle of the nothing
How
to see
deliciously
here.
suspicious.
Right.
He didn't do that while he was asleep?
Right. That would be talent.
Right.
Now, this looks a lot like the same diner. You know that episode where it shows that Gordon and Batman meet every Christmas for a cup of coffee or something?
Yeah.
It kind of looks a lot like that. But maybe
Well,
that's
there's
just
only
me.
one diner in Gotham City, and both the
Makes-
criminals
sure.
and the police hang out there.
Business is a booming.
Yeah, right? Cornered the market on corner markets.
No, no Starbucks here. Okay, so I guess that was Matches Malone there.
I was about to say,
we
is that a
can
Matches
say,
Malone right there? Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so. Not officially, but
No, of course.
I do love some Matches Malone.
Of course, of course.
Of course, of course.
This is another one of those times where you see all the backgrounds look a lot more like watercolors or softly textured drawings than the actual action happening in front of them.
Okay.
Which I think is an excellent distinction. We saw that last episode with
it brings some
Harvey
contrast,
Dent.
depth, I would say, to the image.
Yeah, and a lot of the deco feel probably comes from that too.
Totally. All right, now we've
That
got a
lighting
little
right there on his
PTSD
face is
here,
gorgeous.
right? So does this guy have a flashback every time and he stops at a train crossing?
Man, I don't
Right.
envy him if he does.
Nah, that sucks. I hope he doesn't live in New Orleans.
Yeah, right.
God, the trains there, that was the worst.
I like how his flashback is still in the 40s.
I remember when yesterday. No, but it's a flashback because the colors are kind of muted a little bit.
Yeah, the
and there's,
sepia tone.
Right, and there's a little bit of a haze kind of.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
This
so
is just such a good scene.
yeah.
I'm captivated.
So kid's got his foot stuck here in the tracks. Does he get away in time?
Oh shit.
Whew. Yep. For a second there, that looked like a job for Superman.
Yeah. Ah, come on.
Oh, right.
You gotta be kidding me.
You good, boss? What kind of mafia boss wears a pink button up with a black tie?
One who's secure in his sexuality.
That doesn't sound like a mafia boss.
No, it doesn't sound like
Right.
that. But this show was very forward thinking.
Okay, there we go. Very forward thinking. That's a woke mafia boss. There.
Right.
Oh, now if that's not just like a classic Batman image, then I don't know what is.
Oh, so very, and I mean this in the classical sense, gothic.
Yep. I was waiting for it. There it is. Actually, just the other day, I got a copy of Grant Morrison's Batman Gothic.
Oh, nice.
Which, isn't like a highly coveted, issue or anything like that, but it's still just it's Grant Morrison Batman, and it's Batman in a church. What's not to like about that?
Right.
Oh, there he is. Okay, so the priest is friends with the rival boss to Rupert Thorne, right?
Right.
Where this is all leading. All right. It's been a while since I've seen this one too, so kind of starting to.
The priest is friends with the mob boss because subtlety is dead.
Right. Well, that's like the Departed, basically, right?
Yeah, no, the Departed
Jack
is an
Nicholson is
exercise
saying
in
that.
irony. I love it.
Explain. Go on.
Well, it's ironic, and I mean this in the actual literary sense, that the audience knows something the character doesn't. It's dramatic irony, and that there's one mob informant who's a police officer who's a mobster, and they both fall in love with the same woman.
Yep.
And they're playing Jack Nicholson down the middle.
Themselves. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I love that movie.
Me too.
Never seen the Japanese movie it's based on, though, and I would like to eventually one day.
You just blew my mind this time because I didn't know.
Oh, there we go. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, it's technically a remake of a Japanese movie. Still damn good though.
Yeah.
And that it's one of those movies that manages to be both like action-packed, suspenseful, and funny. Like that usually only like Tarantino is able to kind of pull off. But they're legit funny moments of
nice
The Departed to me that just always keep me laughing.
Yeah, I can't hold that movie in any higher esteem. But so as we were talking about off mic, I was reading the Style Bible, the writer's Bible for this show, and one of the things they specifically mentioned is they didn't want it to be a Freak of the Week series. Good. They actually encouraged more. Mundane is not the right word, but down-to-earth stories with your regular old mobster Joe.
Right.
And I think this is a great example of it.
Yeah, true.
This really humanizes, a couple of monsters.
And it doesn't make it feel too fantastical.
No, it's not, because it's not fantastical. There's nothing supernatural that's happening in this episode.
No, totally not. I never watched all the episodes of Justice League Unlimited. I will fully admit that right now.
I think it's probably the best out of all of these.
Oh, it's great. And I recently started getting really into it. Yeah, it's crazy how good that show is. But it is fantastical. But they slowly build you there, right? Like that's like the, culmination of all the DC animated Bruce Timm verse. So they had, pulled the taffy a long way by that point.
Yeah. So I like the turnaround that we just got in this episode with them showing a brief hint of Batman's shoulder, so we know that's how Stromwell survives. But at first, since I haven't seen this one in so long, at first I was like, wait, how did the mobsters get Batman to agree to show up to beat him up?
He's in their pocket,
Yeah, right? Well, they're going to pay off Bruce Wayne.
Thank goodness we have that benevolent billionaire to come save us all.
Right.
Where's Jeff Bezos in a leather suit and cape? Of course, I guess really the only time I think you would see Jeff Bezos and Batman in the same headline if someone was found from a ceiling fan.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Jesus. God, this whole episode, it's just gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. It's so damn good. To own an animation cell from really the show period would be amazing.
Except of that guy's face.
Well, there's got to be. Not everybody in Gotham's pretty.
Right?
Right.
Wow, he's really out there. That's great.
This
is early enough in the series that people are still a little
Batman's
unsure.
an urban legend, right? It's
although what's interesting is
myth
this is
the police put out there just to scare criminals.
Right. But this is actually supposed to be, early in Batman's career. But the way that they've cast Robin is that they've already been together for years and Robin has left. So it's a little hard to justify both of those two facts together.
Well, he hasn't left.
No, he has. That's what, well,
Batman.
according to Style
He's in
Guide, excuse me, is what I meant.
college.
That's what they were going for, is that he no
Yeah, he's
longer
a-
lives with Bruce and is not a
Sure.
regular partner.
Right. He's not. I think that's kind of so they could have their cake and eat it too. So that they,
Sure.
every episode doesn't have to be a Robin episode, but when it's not a Robin episode, you don't have to like explain where Robin is.
Yeah.
Um,
It's just funny to say
when
that
when
it's
someone says
his
that
early
Robin has
career,
left Batman, though, that makes me think like
like Nightwing.
in between Robin and Nightwing. Yeah. When
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Now, yeah, he's not technically like in Wayne Manor, but he's still in Gotham because he's just going to what like
Gotham U.
yeah GCU, right?
Yeah. Who's the guy who does Thorne's voice? I'm gonna look that up
Okay.
because it's very unique. Stromwell and the Batman.
The Batman. Isn't that always just more dramatic when somebody refers to him as the Batman?
Yeah, and it's much worse than calling somebody the Superman.
The yeah. I don't
John
know.
Vernon.
John Vernon. That sounds familiar.
He's Canadian.
Okay.
He was Dean Wormer in Animal House.
Oh my God.
He put them on dodecatuple secret probation.
Right. Batman, you've been on double secret probation. That's hilarious. I had to explain to at my place of work we have a wide range of people that work for us, like from in their 60s or so to like 16, right?
Uh-huh.
And one of these 16-year-olds had a toga themed pep rally, and she was just
Nice.
like, I don't understand why we have to dress as togas. And I was like, toga. She had no idea what I was talking about, so I had to actually show that clip.
Jesus.
Yep, never heard Animal House. No, nothing. Uh-oh. Not the memories, Batman.
Uh-huh.
Don't hit me in the feels.
All coming back.
Now, wait, does he have a tie to Leslie Tompkins as well?
Oh, I don't remember.
And if not, that's an insane missed opportunity. Just to show that, like, not every kid Leslie Tompkins took in turned out so well adjusted as Bruce Wayne.
Right.
Even though that's, up for debate too.
Connie.
Thank goodness for that Batman. I really don't know what I do. Yeah, there it is. I learned from watching you, Dad.
Yeah.
I learned from watching you. Boy, if this isn't a after-school special in the middle of a Batman
Yeah, it's like
episode.
the animated version of the seduction of the gun. God, what a maudlin episode.
Be a stooge.
Fix your suit.
Right. Drew, see your tailor.
Fix those seams.
Oh, man. Yeah, some suit. Yeah, he
hasn't
literally
fixed
didn't
his suit.
stop, right? He's determined. So is this a brown and pink ensemble? I'm sorry. I hate to keep like harping on it, but who does that, man?
My
Tan
only
suit?
assumption is that they looked at a bunch of, black and white photographs from the 40s and just went ahead and assumed that the shirt was pink. When they were doing the character
It just
design.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now see, that's classic monster look. And he's got the little pin in the tie and everything too.
I don't actually
No
hate
wonder you're number 2 in
Stromwell's
Stromwell.
palette.
I'm hating. Yeah. I can rock a pink shirt, but pink and brown, no.
Let's just assume that it's a mohair suit
Okay.
that we're just not seeing the details on.
It's
And then it's
salmon.
very psychedelic and ahead of its time.
Maybe he's got electric boots
Mm-hmm.
to go with his mohair
That's what I'm
suit.
thinking too.
Yeah. He's a rocket man.
That's right.
Nice.
Yes,
Where
they
that was
specify
fitting?
in the style
Don't-
Bible everything that he's got in his belt, and I was just giggling the whole time I was reading the very short list, and I was like, "You
Uh-huh.
guys are not going to adhere to this."
Was it all like very practical or something?
Yeah, and then a key to the
Hmm.
bat boat,
And that was it?
pretty much. They would not even an etc.
That's it. You count those pockets? 1, 2, 3.
Do you know how hard it is to put pockets in foam rubber?
Tell me about it, man. And there's only I think anyone that actually would say yes to that question has some explaining to do, but
Or not?
right.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Never a good thing. That's a pretty big fellow too. Did Happen look a lot like Rupert Thorne? I don't know if that was just a coincidence that the
Yeah,
character design looked similar, or if that was supposed to be his son.
I'm wondering if that was just a bad edit job, like a second, or I guess a second thought on the
Mm-hmm.
sequence.
Yeah, jerks.
Did you see that soft lighting there when he turned on?
Is it
The
still from the
switch?
smoke?
I don't
Is
know,
that
but it's
why
great.
right? It's gorgeous. I'm just wondering, like, story wise, because before that was there obviously to show that it was a flashback.
Yeah.
So what's the point of it? What's the use of it here? And of course, we're going to escape into the train tracks.
Mm-hmm. It's all coming together.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it might even end where it all began. How about that?
Some sort of snake eating its own tail.
Right? It's almost like writing. Okay. I'll buy that. I'm not 100% sure if that's like a thing. I've never been
As long as the
underneath of
train's
a
not
train.
moving.
Right. Jesus. Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, it's interesting to see a man with such power. Not
Cowering.
Yeah, but he's not showing the face that I necessarily would expect. It doesn't look like he's lost his dignity.
No.
So I'm wondering if Stromwell is a whole lot more down to earth than initially we thought, maybe, or at least
Okay.
I did.
Well, I mean,
I
clearly
mean, he comes from
he's the
humble
kind of-
beginnings. So
Exactly. I was gonna say clearly he's the kind of guy that's had to like struggle and earn, whether it be legally, illegally, moral or immoral, his entire life.
right.
Watch me. An actual train. Oh man. Okay. Now we're back into the past here.
The music is incredible. I mean, the whole soundtrack to the show, the score is incredible. Still that candy, Arnie.
He was a bad kid from the beginning. You see.
The ultimate capitalist.
Yeah. A thief.
Yeah, like a crime.
John Mulaney, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay, right.
one of my favorites.
I love him.
Oh god, it's weird to watch him watch himself, but also not move from the train that might be coming at him right now.
Yeah. Come on.
The train that is the consequences of his life of crime.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Just give this to an English teacher and let them have a day with it.
Right.
Okay, now something's got to happen with it. Yep, with the priest.
And we were mentioning earlier that the episode that we were watching, I think it was Poison Ivy episode, or was it one of the Two-Face episodes? It was the first Two-Face episode where he saved those kids that were on top of the train, just fucking around.
Right.
Remember that? And we were like, oh, that reminds us of this episode.
Right.
And here we are.
There we go.
What a long, strange trip it's been.
Of like 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, jeez.
Ouch.
Why don't you just nail him again? Why don't you, priest?
Right. Ooh, phrasing.
Oh.
Right.
Oh,
He's not a little
sorry.
kid,
Sorry about
okay?
that one.
Right. Yeah. He had to be Catholic, though, right?
Of
He had to
course.
be. Yeah. Nobody knows guilt like Catholics.
Right, and also how else are they going to draw any other priest?
Yeah, that's true.
And get that. Oh, because that's actually one of the things too that they talk about in the Writer's Bible is that to avoid expository dialogue at all costs and rely on
visual,
like visual exposition. Yeah,
you mean
which the show
showing
excels.
and
Yeah,
not telling? Boy,
I know.
somebody took screenwriting 101 before they wrote that that story.
That person was Bruce
Writer's
Timm.
Bible. Right? Okay, so they are literally brothers then.
Oh, I don't know.
Stromwell
I picked up on that.
That's what I thought. I just heard him say, little brother. But
yeah, well,
and
that'll do it.
Can you think of any other episode the Stromwell is in?
No, but I kind of get the feeling they might use a similar character.
Is he the one that Zuko works for? When the guy that kills Robin? Anthony, Tony Zuko.
I don't remember.
I swear I can hear him saying, like, lay off me, Stromwell.
Probably.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. So, yeah. Great episode.
Oh, yeah. It's one of the best.
Heavy themes. Again, just amazing that they're able to pull this off in, a, quote, kid show. Yeah. That's pretty much all I got. It was really good.
I mean, it doesn't actually, because it ends with that sort of heavy hand is not the real word for it, but like very direct pan to the cathedral in the distance. But it wasn't really a commentary on religion, organized or otherwise.
No, and actually from something I saw related to the Heart of Ice episode, that was also something they try to actively avoid, was any kind of religious references.
Well, they did a great job with that episode.
Right. But, well, I mean, there's no, like, come to Jesus, son.
Sure, of course.
Right.
That's, I mean, that you're right. If you didn't know anything about
straight up morality,
you would have no idea what that guy was.
Right. Yeah, okay. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for I've Got Batman in My Basement?
If you are.
Do you hear the excitement in my voice?
Yeah, man, you are, champing at the bit.
Okay, all right, let's do this. I've got the WB logo on pause. Hitting play in 3, 2, 1, go.
Gone.
A reluctant countdown.
The slowest 3 seconds.
Do we have to? 2.
2.5.
Are we actually going to do this? 1. Can't we just skip to Heart of Ice?
So in the, I am just going to keep bringing this up.
Right,
in the style guide, in the show Bible, they show, they have little, I guess prompts would be the right word, or brief synopses or teasers for the first 22 episodes.
Okay.
And this one is not among them.
Is that the whole... Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Jesus, that makes a lot of sense.
But they totally veered away from it in the Harvey Dent episodes. I forget what the actual proposed
in the Two-Face
storyline. Yeah. And I forgot what the proposed storyline was, but it was pretty different than what we got.
Is that what the technical first season is considered as 22 episodes? Or was that like the first order of episodes they got, I guess?
Well, their first order of episodes was 63.
Wow.
It said so in the Bible. They were like, we have 63 episodes, so don't throw the kitchen sink.
And God said, Batman the Animated Series shall get 63 episodes. All right, so
it's already starting off perfect.
Yeah.
I don't know where any of the complaints
We've got the Fabergé egg heist. I mean,
look, I don't know about you, but I have seen Fabergé eggs in real life, and they do glow like that.
Right.
Clearly. And glass breaks perfectly in triangles like that, even with precise glass cutters.
Right.
And that man's forehead is a perfectly fine size. Don't understand where the hate's coming from.
Look, when Flock of Seagulls here is trying to steal a Fabergé
hey, look, I've
egg.
got that haircut right now. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, man. Come on now. You're better than that. Now, isn't I swear there have been like several Batman overall plots that involve Fabergé eggs.
And they're probably all penguin related, right?
I would think so.
Hey,
now, Batman
wait a minute.
Universe is actually
Flock
that
of
right now.
Seagulls guy kind of has the same face as Metallo from the Superman series.
He does kind of have that. Wouldn't that
You
be a
can
nice
tell,
little?
obviously, it's the same art team and all that, but
Right.
it's like they sort of saw that character model and went with it.
Yeah, there we go.
John Corbin.
Now, is this the first Penguin episode? Have we seen him before this?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. God damn it! This is your first foot out the gate for the Penguin.
I mean, a vulture on top of a building or
Look,
a condor.
that's pretty Penguin. That's pretty Penguin.
Very
My
Penguin.
problem with this episode is not the Penguin or the heist. It's the fucking kids, man. It's how like this Shaggy and Velma here in a minute are going to like take over the episode while Batman's like knocked out for, half of it at least.
Maybe Kevin Conroy was sick.
Ugh, guys.
Look, this is fine. Nothing bad has
Yeah.
happened yet. It's a junior detective kit, Carter.
God, this is dumb.
And look.
Come on,
Bet those
Frank.
kids' names are like Butch and Grease.
Oh, of course, got to. Yeah. Tony. Hey.
Oh, see, she's great.
Yeah, she's got
You're
terrible.
just kidding around, Carter.
It's so bad.
This,
Obviously. Okay.
This hasn't been that bad yet.
Come on, Roberta. Oh, Sherman. You ever met a Sherman?
God, no.
Me neither.
Beat him up and take his lunch money.
Especially that kid. You'd be Grease.
Yeah. Or Moose.
Grease
Or
and Tchotchke here.
Tchotchke. See? This is great.
Look,
Man.
I get why you want to do an episode of this, but to me this just goes against all the like goodwill that they've already set up of like this is like an adult show, with like themes that like are can resonate.
But it doesn't have to be dark to still be in.
I'm not asking for it to be dark. I'm asking it for Batman to be the main character.
I don't know. I just feel like this is an interesting break from the humdrum. Not to say that the rest is a humdrum,
Then
but I
get
guess it's the
Robin.
norm.
I don't know. Right.
Penguin's such a dumb
Fine,
guy.
felony friends. Penguin does love his alliterations. Oh, he's
Oh,
in a
of
bird
course.
case. Go for it. Now, in more the Batman casting news, reportedly Jonah Hill is being eyed as a villain,
Huh.
and the main rumor is Riddler. But personally, I'd rather
Penguin.
see him as the Penguin. Yes.
But I want him to get fat again first.
See, it's literally. I think it just depends on which body shape of Jonah Hill you prefer. Because I legit heard someone say today, I want him to be the Riddler so he gets skinny again.
I think that's
Skinny
Jonah Hill's
Hill.
choice, but
Right. Well, same as wanting him to be the Penguin for him to get fat again, right?
right.
Um,
One follows the other.
Yeah.
Post hoc ergo propter hoc.
there we go. Well, we could do a bodysuit or something. He doesn't have to actually get fat.
Like Schmidt in New Girl.
There we go. Yeah. Schmidt. What a good show.
Oh, it's so good.
Another
one my girlfriend's gotten me hooked on.
Nice. That's a good one. I just like Zoe
Yeah.
Deschanel, so I was there
Yeah.
from the get-go.
That is the stealthiest Fabergé egg I have ever seen. Definitely conducive to sneaking around.
Right.
Ah, god damn it.
I feel like that animation was not good there either.
You are looking for things.
Just compared to the last episode.
I mean, it's true.
Oh,
We haven't
there
had
we
as
go.
much like really theatrical soft lighting or any kind of good close-ups yet.
Right.
No, I'll give you that.
Right.
But I mean, it's different subject matter. They're not going to close up on Melvin's face there.
Melvin. Might
Sherman,
as well be.
Melvin.
Right.
Poindexter.
Sherman Melvin. Yeah. Poindexter.
Yeah. So, what I think, and I just thought about this, hearing that little like xylophone-esque riff. Music in this one feels very much closer to the like Spielberg era of cartoons, like Tiny Toons and
that's a fair critique.
Pinky the Brain, Freakazoid.
Yeah.
All that sort of scoring is very much captured here.
Mm-hmm. As opposed to like actual like Danny Elfman, like mood.
Yeah, as opposed to string swells, and we've got a tremolo going here right now. But
all right, so now Batman has been gassed. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a remote for the Batmobile. That's some classic Batman stuff.
Self-in.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Batman's in trouble, and they need to come on.
I just why not Robin? Like, why can't you just do an episode showing how like Robin is capable?
Because I don't know, there's an interesting juxtaposition of Batman being saved by the innocence of youth.
He didn't
Batman have any innocent youth himself.
It makes Batman look inept. Like, dude.
I mean, I don't know.
He just passed out to his car and is now getting saved by,
What if we think of this as a less well-handled version of that scene in Spider-Man 2 where he's being carried by all the New Yorkers? Like, this is Gotham giving back in, a less than deft way.
Gosh. I mean, maybe, but just the kid's annoying, man. The kid's annoying. And just hitting buttons in the Batmobile, that's a good idea.
Now that makes them look inept.
Yeah. You put your foot on the pedal, Sherman.
These fucking goons.
Need to go back to goon school. Whoa.
Yeah, it's like we were talking about earlier. Like, how do you get into gooning?
Lots of bad decisions. Repeatedly.
Right.
Oh, man.
I did a circuit on American Ninja Warrior before breaking into gooning.
I was a high school chemistry teacher, but then my wife got cancer.
I was raised by penguins in the sewer.
After Pee Wee Herman threw me in there. That was weird. The 90s were a weird time. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean,
Good
it
thing
is
we have this whole
definitely
abandoned warehouse lot.
It's an inelegant introduction to Penguin. I will grant you that.
He deserves better.
Yeah, I suppose so. Although, better him than, I think, in my opinion, any of the other recurring rogues. I mean, who else are they gonna? I mean, I guess if they wanted to do it with like a little darker tone, they would have introduced Scarecrow and had the kids fight through their fear to save Batman.
Now, see, that actually sounds good. That sounds much better than what we got.
What if this turned into some sort of like body horror torture episode where like I've got Batman in my basement and he's not.
All of a sudden it's what's that movie with Kathy Bates?
Obsession.
You're right.
Is it Obsession or is it?
No, it's the Stephen King book.
Yeah. But it's just a synonym for Obsession. What's it called?
Oh God, it's gonna kill me.
Yeah. Listeners are laughing at me right now.
Right. Misery. There we go.
Thank you.
Jeez.
So it's not exactly, but you know what I mean. You can see where I was getting that. Why does he have a Joker poster?
Because he's a junior detective.
Oh right, it says
he's
wanted.
He's got to know the wanted. Gotham's most wanted, which is clearly the Joker.
See, now you're defending it. You're on my side.
I mean, no, but I like that poster.
It's interesting to see how always in a smoggy twilight Gotham City is.
Oh yeah, 100%. The air quality is low. Just get used to it.
Oh, I am used to it.
Yeah, I believe that out there in LA. I believe that. And the Penguin would have gotten away with it too if it weren't
If
for
it
those
weren't for those
meddling
meddling
kids. I
kids.
guess this is really that might be just my biggest gripe with this. It's a Scooby-Doo episode
But there's a certain
with
innocence
Batman and
to
Scooby.
it. Nothing, Mom. Like, that's so good.
No, it's not.
It's a little sensitive right now, the gunpowder joke with kids in school, but
Okay.
like, I don't know. Again, like there's
So Sherman's an
there's certain
incel,
charm to it. Yes, Sherman's an incel. Oh God, he goes on 4chan and gets told how to make pipe bombs.
No. There you go. Truth shall set you free.
Yeah.
And then I'm also not a fan of this whole like Charlie Brown adult thing going on with Sherman's mom, where you don't actually see her face. You just see her
Yeah.
feet the whole time, or an outline.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of
Lovely day, right?
scoop out
Yep.
these wheels.
Oh my god.
All right, here's my pitch to you.
Okay.
Exact same episode, but it's Arnold and Gerald.
Is the name of the goons these
No,
kids right here,
it's
or
Hey
instead
Arnold.
of Sherman? Oh,
It's Arnold and
yeah,
Gerald
okay.
fighting Batman in Arnold's amazing room from
Okay.
like his grandfather and Helga and
Right.
the whole
I'd
wacky
watch that.
cast.
I'd watch that, or like Dexter from Dexter's Lab. Dexter and
Yeah.
Dee Dee.
Yeah, like Dee Dee finds out immediately despite Dexter's best efforts.
Right. Oh, that's handy.
I mean, it's Batman.
All right, he should. That makes sense.
Batman, of course, has a plethora of antitoxins.
Advisor. So Mr. Junior Detective can't unravel the clue of capsules in the visor.
He was under a lot of duress.
Okay.
You are being very
Poor Sherman.
uncharitable towards this child who's just trying to help.
Because he sucks. The child sucks.
I mean, he's got a dorky haircut compared to, I don't know, Slick there.
He looks like Bruce Timm.
Does he actually?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Right.
Oh, I mean, Bruce Timm is the ultimate dork. Oh, I thought they were going to try to remove his mask.
I think you're a little ahead of me. But
Maybe.
it's fine. Yeah, because I'm at the part. Yep. Because I was at the part where the now they're just trying to remove his mask from what I'm doing. But there's the capsule. We're good.
I paused it
You've
like
got
twice.
Batman in your basement. And that's when the kid gets electrocuted from trying to lift Batman's
Yeah,
mask.
right.
Right.
Oh God, what have I done?
Right. And Grease died. He died that day in
Should have
Sherman's
used less
basement.
product in his hair.
Right.
He'd been less conductive.
Oh man. Those damn steel toe boots.
Oh. I have to wear steel toe boots all the time. They're actually very comfortable.
I had a pair not too long ago. All right, so of course the girl is finally being the cool head in the group, deciding to
Yep.
call the police, which should have happened a long time ago. Oh, now it's Home Alone.
As long as it's not Home Alone 2 or 3 or 4.
You don't like Home Alone 2?
It's just
Lost
got
in New
Trump
York?
in it.
Oh, it
That's
does.
the only reason is that it has Trump in it. And
God
I
damn it.
can't
Why'd you have to
fucking
do
stand
that?
I'm
Right?
sorry.
I forgot that. Oh, man.
Who was doing Penguin's voice? I'm gonna look that up.
Okay.
And I use the term loosely.
Mhm. Classic. I feel like the 66 Batman, or excuse me, Penguin would have said the same thing.
Oh yeah.
That guy was great, I will say. He was
Burgess
spot
Meredith, of
on
course.
as the Penguin.
You saw him in Twilight Zone, right?
No.
Yeah, he was the one that like his glasses broke, and he's like, There was time now."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was Penguin.
Nice. Okay. Sherman, you are going to be in trouble when Mom gets home. Yep, it's totally Home Alone. There he is, tripping over shit.
Paul Williams
Comes
was
back,
the.
Cutter. Oh, okay.
Let's see what else
Was
he
the penguin?
did. Yeah, he's the penguin.
Just need to get some swinging paint cans here or something, you know?
Right, or like something very hot or very cold for them to touch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh snap! He was shit. What's that character's name from the Muppets? Come on, phone. Don't do me like this. We don't need dead air here.
And then how threatening is the penguin now when two kids can throw... All right, at least he escapes from it.
Right.
Good. Along with this narrative.
He's gonna be in Red Sun.
Man, when does that come out? I feel like they've been
2020.
talking about that for a while. Have you watched Hush yet?
No.
You should.
I should? Okay,
Yeah,
then
it's
I will.
pretty good. The ending is different. I won't, spoil it for you, but yeah, they do change it.
Gotcha. Okay, well I'll definitely watch it then because I did like Hush.
I feel like they kind of had to change it though because they did Red Hood so early.
Yeah.
So like, there's no suspense in like, is it Jason Todd? There's no like red herring,
Yeah.
right? Now, are you reading the Batman Universe book
No,
that Brian
no.
Michael Bendis and Nick Darrington are on?
No, but I know you told me that it was better than
Dude,
Bendis'
it's
Superman,
so good.
which I
Yeah,
cannot continue.
better than, and I like it better than Tom King's Batman as well.
Yeah, a lot of people really hate Tom King. I've never read his long form stuff, and I just really like his miniseries.
That's fair, and I think he's best at that. And I think he's kind of
absolutely.
starting to catch on to that.
Apparently, everybody really hated.
Dude, this, I'm sorry not to get sidetracked here, but the motions in Batman's fighting just looks way more cartoony here. Is that just me?
I think it might be just you.
I don't think it's just me. Like
I don't know why they would make it any more cartoony unless they were leaning into a style, which in that case I'd also be on board with because why not make it thematically cohesive, right?
Sure.
I just don't understand the hate for this episode. It's fine. It's a fine episode.
He is fighting the penguin with a
This is no more ridiculous in the grand scheme of things than almost anything else that happens in this show.
Really? To go from it's never too late. There's never enough time. Something like that. It's never too late.
But there's a distinct tone to each episode, and I feel like it's fine to vary.
Maybe it's just that this is sandwiched between two very serious episodes.
I don't mind that either, though. There's a nice break in the calamity. Right?
Yeah.
Like everything goes wrong all the time, and then here's something kind of cartoony that's kind of tension breaking.
Oh, there we go. We actually get to see the adult.
Yeah.
You wouldn't happen to be single, would you? Huh?
Pint-sized Pinkerton's pluck penguin.
Oh, jeez.
Gotham Zoo acquires rare vulture.
Wow. That is a not flattering picture of the
Right?
penguin either.
Looks just like the vulture.
There we go. That's good. That's good. Yeah, same amount of hairs on top of the head and everything.
Yeah. Same collar and everything.
All right, so now he's got like a little detective network. Okay. We should. Oh, why? Why did Sherman not grow up to be like a Batman villain? Then I would like if this was like a two-parter or something, and then it's like 10 years later.
While he's fighting Terry McGinnis.
There we go. Or just an older Batman, you know?
Yeah.
That hasn't quite given it up yet.
Yeah, Just Free, The Dark Knight Returns.
I'd take that. I would take that. And also, doesn't he look a little bit like the character design for Sherman? Doesn't he look like the toy guy from the
Toy Man.
not it's not Toy Man. It's in the Gray Ghost episode. The guy that's like collecting stuff from all the old. Do you remember the Gray Ghost episode?
Not especially.
There's the bomber, the Mad Bomber is what they're calling him, and he's driving those like remote controlled cars that have the bombs on them. Anyways, he looks like that.
No, I don't really remember that, but yeah. Just got a text message from my girlfriend saying, "Did you know that spiders can live for years?" No. No, I did not.
And my life has changed.
Yeah, well, she knows that I'm recording, so like,
okay.
A text message, better read that. Oh, no.
Should be important.
It is. It is important to know that, and I really appreciate this.
Yeah, especially in the moment. That's good. I'm sure she listens to the show, and we'll hear this part later.
Oh, she'll laugh.
No, because she listened to the show.
I think she has.
Really? Yeah, okay. My wife does not listen to the show. I would never expect her to.
Well, then you can say whatever you want, right?
Yeah, she's great. Just in case. Just in case you're listening, sweetie. You're wonderful. All right, so now finally we can get to the the creme de la creme of today's episode.
The quote unquote best one.
Right, yeah.
As
it
if
is.
you're not taking
it's not
into
my
account
favorite.
the masterpiece that is I've got Batman in my basement.
Damn it. You should just like Batman slap anyone that ever says that that's their favorite episode.
Listen, after watching it again for, the umpteenth time, but the first time in years, I can go ahead and tell you I'm still an apologist. It's fine. There's no reason for the hate.
Strongly disagree.
But
I think it's more of a compliment to how good all the other episodes are. That like, I can't think of one that I just like. I would never watch I've Got Batman in My Basement just on my own, unless I was just trying to show someone like, hey, look at how bad this episode is.
It's just not that bad. It just has this reputation that it just, in my opinion, just doesn't deserve.
Okay. What would you rate that out of 10?
Out of 10? 6.
Yes. Okay.
I mean, it's not like my favorite episode or anything like that. I just don't hate it, and I don't understand why everybody else does. Like, yeah, of course, when you compare...
a 4?
I mean, yeah, why not? It's a perfectly fine episode. Like, it's paced decently.
Look, I mean...
It's unique.
Yeah, and look, a bad episode of Batman the Animated Series is like a Bond movie or pizza. Like, even when it's bad, it's still pizza, right? Like, it's still pretty good, Do you want more bad pizza? Like, yeah, I guess I'll take more pizza.
Yeah,
just like even the bad Bond movies, I still can enjoy.
Sure, I mean, there's something in there that is just irresistible.
Right.
But like, you go on the internet and you type in this episode, and there's so much vitriol about it, and I don't know.
Article written by Carter Hutchison.
Medium.com's take on I've Got Batman in My Basement. I mean, I don't know. Again, like, I'm not here to sing its praises in terms of
but you will
comparing it to the last episode or this coming episode, but it just doesn't deserve the hatred.
Do you have an all-time favorite episode of the animated series?
I think Clayface's origin is my favorite.
Oh, okay.
It's just so damn scary.
Okay.
I mean, that's that sort of thing.
Got Him. I think Almost Got Him is my favorite episode.
I mean, that is really good. That is a really good one.
Love that one.
But yeah, just the shadow of Clayface being force-fed.
The like goop.
Yeah, his own beauty product that he's been hawking. I know. I mean, that just
now there's a body horror movie.
I was about to say I'm going to bring this term up again, but that's the sort of body horror that I just like recoil when I see. Yeah, but it's so good.
You can't stop watching.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very thankful they didn't actually show that. So the awful part is really left to my imagination. But it's like, did you ever watch Spellbound?
Do what?
Did you ever watch Hitchcock's Spellbound? And I know we need to get to the next episode. I just So Spellbound's really good, and this is not a spoiler. It's the very end of the movie, but I promise it's not a spoiler. The person who's responsible for everything at the end of the movie.
Good word choice.
Yeah, is pointing a gun at the heroine, and the point of view is down the barrel of the gun, like from this person's eyes,
Okay.
right? And
The shooters.
yeah, from the shooter's eyes.
Okay.
And there has just been a brief interchange between this person and the heroine,
Mm-hmm.
and this person knows that thanks to the actions of the heroine that they're going to get fucked. Like, there is no escaping justice, basically. And she's basically convinced this person, like, nothing, like, regardless of if you kill me, they are coming for you. They are going to get you. Everyone knows. And she begins to back out of the room, like sidelong to the door, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as she is edging her way to, I guess, eventual safety, the gun just follows her, and we're still seeing this down the barrel of the gun,
Nice.
pointed at her.
Yeah.
And then she leaves, and the gun slowly turns toward the camera, and that's
oh
what,
God.
right? Like, that's so good,
Yeah, that's really good.
and that's that sort of
God, I love Hitchcock.
like hint at that. You know, it's almost like a negative space kind of issue.
Okay.
That's how I sort of feel about the silhouettes, the shadows of those goons force feeding. What was Clayface's name before? They're Roland Daggett's goons, right?
Yeah.
And they're force feeding what's his name?
Jeez.
If I hadn't been trying to think of it, I could have told you.
Yeah, same.
But anyway, and like they've got him tied to the chair, and you just see it like basically sliding down his throat, and it's horrible. But it's
Basil
also
Carlo, is that right?
something like that, yeah.
Matt Hagen, that's who it is in the animated series.
Okay.
Matt Hagen. Right?
Who's
Isn't that
Basil
it?
Carlo? Because
There have been several Clayfaces,
also
by the way.
sounds. Oh yeah. Anyway, so that's might be why I remember that episode so clearly, is because that shot really resonated with me.
Okay. Let's see. It's going to bother me. Yeah, it's Matt Hagen. Matt Hagen is Clayface in the animated series. And apparently now I might have to actually watch some of this, and this is available on the DC app, from the New Adventures of Batman, the 70s animated show. There's a Filmation episode with Clayface.
Nice.
I wonder what that looks like.
Yeah.
Probably not good. All right, here we go. So finally, Heart of Ice here. I've got the WB logo on play. On pause. I'm hitting play in 3, 2, 1, go.
Gone.
Okay, so it's this episode that kind of, I would say, put the series on the map. It was, praised basically from the get-go. It won a Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Writing in an Animated Program. So really just for, a superhero show, I guess, at all, to be winning something like that is, at the time, was, a big deal.
I'm sure it really helped bring the genre closer to the mainstream than it
Sure.
had been. But this is, I believe, this is either just 2 months before or a few months after the death of Superman.
Oh, wow.
If this was 92, because 92, well, maybe it was March that Superman, I can't remember what month issue that came out, but that was what really, that's kind of what killed comics, but also spurred
that's interesting. Yeah, but also started the whole,
to the collection.
Spectator. Okay, so also this is the first episode written by Paul Dini and directed by Bruce Timm.
I didn't know that. I didn't
Yes.
remember that this was the first one. This is just such a gorgeous intro.
Mm-hmm. And I love the choice they made with Frieza's voice, where there's just not really much emotion to it at all. That he's a man who is dead to emotion.
It's very 70s sci-fi.
Yes, but still like wildly unlike any version of Freeze before it. And that I told you I watched that episode of the 66 series that had Freeze, and it was just bizarre. Like he was saying like "wild baby," after like almost every sentence, and like It's
Jesus.
just it was,
Like, just cast Chillblaine, for God's sake. Don't ruin this for us. It's funny, the TV is still in black and white in this universe.
Do you recognize that voice of Ferris Boyle?
Hold on.
I'll give you a minute.
Yes, we're willing to listen. That's Mark Hamill.
That is Mark Hamill. So this was the first episode that Mark Hamill showed up to record.
Nice.
He got cast as, a random. That's some gorgeous animation right there, by the way. Him turning on the computer.
Yeah, that really is quite good. See, this is again the '70s side. This is like straight up, Logan's Run.
That's fair.
Images on the computer.
But man, you can't tell me that there's not a difference in animation quality already in this and the last episode.
This is not animation quality. This is like directing quality.
Okay. All right.
But
I'm gonna try to stay off of shitting more on Batman in My Basement.
Again, I just want to say, I want to be on record as just saying that Batman in My Basement is fine.
Bad.
That's the farthest I'll go, but it's fine.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. There's your generic looking guard too. Looks like something Darwin Cook would draw.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I like how Mark Hamill just kind of like backdoored his way into it. So he shows up for this side villain role, and says that he would be interested in a more reoccurring role. And then Tim Curry dropped out as the Joker. Dropped out or was fired. I guess it really depends on how you look at it.
I never heard that story.
Oh, that he was going to be the Joker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tim Curry was going to be the Joker. But it kind of depends on who you talk to, and if they just weren't really feeling it and decided to go in a different direction, or if he had some laryngitis or something that happened and just wasn't able to hit the schedule.
Well, he would have been great, but it all worked out.
Come on, man, Mark Hamill,
This is. There is a lot of really good tension being built, just from shot to shot in this episode. Just that little silence there while the gun came out of the truck.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. The freeze gun is such a great idea too, just visually. And I really like how in Dark Knight Returns, do you remember the part where there's the Two-Face has the bombs that are going to blow up the two towers, basically?
No, I haven't read Dark Knight Returns since high school.
Oh, okay. Have you seen the movie, the animated movie?
No.
Oh, it's really good.
Well, that's
really,
refreshing.
really good. Yeah, so Two-Face is about to blow that up, and there's a bomb that's ticking on a helicopter. And Batman pulls out a little device from his utility belt, and he has retrofitted Mr. Freeze's gun into this little thing. He freezes the bomb.
Nice.
To me, that is a very Batman idea, is that Batman would get the technology of his villains and learn to use that himself.
Yeah. This is a personal vendetta.
Nice. It's so Shakespearean.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like the robotic quality of the voice for sure. That'll kill you right there in a real world setting. That'll kill you.
Right. Frozen legs.
Yeah, totally.
Oh yeah, and Batman underneath his cape, underneath all that ice. Sure.
Oh my God, it's so cold.
Right. I get it.
He's paid the price for his incompetence.
Okay, we can go.
Yeah.
He owed me money anyways.
Jesus.
Yikes. Yeah, for a kid show.
Yeah, you never see. I'm sorry, go on.
No, that's all I'm saying. It's just, him begging there at the end is rough to watch.
Yeah, you never see the consequences of those little mid-action sequence takedowns like now you get to see it brought to its logical conclusion. Like normally the goons just fly off screen. And
Right.
that's it. They're gone forever. Who cares?
Yep.
But this one, like, oh my god, how's he gonna get home?
Yeah, he's not going home for a while. That dude's going to the
What's gonna
hospital.
happen?
Right.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
mean,
shame
he's
you don't
gonna
have
be
one of those
obviously in a
floaty tanks
wheelchair.
that Luke was in Empire.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like that? Never mind. You mean just like that?
Oh, I'd forgotten that Batman brought him home.
Right.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
I forgot that too.
Kind of looks like Wolverine.
Nice. Some Weapon X stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh,
Yeah, it's
love
real
it.
good.
Love it. That's some serious Max Fleischer, just like
For
old,
sure. There's like
right.
cyclotrons and all that shit.
Mhm. Mad scientist type stuff. Oh no.
I like the, genuine concern that Alfred has for him for even the little things. And
Right.
it's obviously ready with a handkerchief, as any good butler would.
There you go.
That was very fast.
The cut, you mean?
No, the the cracking of the ice.
Ah.
You'd think a temperature change that drastic would shock the human nervous system, but I guess Bruce Wayne knows what he's doing. Nice. Must be pre-Labor Day with those white pants.
Ah, there we go. Okay, more fashion notes from GRC. Love it.
This
I'm
character
sorry,
model
so-
could have been a great Reed Richards, too.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Look at those icy blue eyes, though, that he's got. I wonder if you're meant to think that it's him.
Oh, that he's Mr. Freeze?
Yeah.
Oh, then no, that would be interesting.
I mean, that might have been an initial, like a first draft kind of thing that just kind
Right.
of, that element made it through still. It's weird to hear Mark Hamill doing a normal character.
Yeah, it's almost it's still hard to like for me to place it. I almost feel like if I had, I'm very surprised that you were able to get it. To be honest with you, because
It was that one little like elision from high to low that he did.
Well, now that's maybe in that interview at least that sounded a little bit more like the usual Mark.
Kind of sounds a little bit like Tom Kenny,
Who's that?
SpongeBob.
Oh God, get out of here.
No, he kind of does. I mean, like, and Tom Kenny's amazing, but they both have kind of high pitched timbres right here. So Summer Gleason was actually in the Writer's Bible as one of the recurring characters that they had planned for, rather than just being
just a
an
throwaway.
afterthought. Yeah.
I guess they want to stay away from Vicky Vale.
I don't know what was going on with that, but they've got like several paragraphs about her. I'll have to read about it.
Vale or Summers?
Summer Gleason.
Okay.
It's interesting that he makes his employees wear like, I guess that would fit with the style of the time, those fur-lined parkas rather than like Gore-Tex.
Gore-Tex. It's real Gore-Tex.
It's Gore-Tex, Jerry.
I love it. Here's your same security guard from the very first episode on Leather Wings that was recording for his radio show. It looks just like him.
Yeah. Huh. I didn't put that together.
He just got a new job.
Yeah.
Working for the Langstroms wasn't working out, so.
Right. Some sort of man bat.
Stop by Batman. Yeah, it's a bad headline waiting to happen. Of course, I guess Gotham News probably isn't reporting on Man Bat. That's probably too out there of a villain for them.
Right. At least at the
For
beginning.
the mainstream, yeah. For the fake news.
You're right. Top secret.
In a unlocked drawer
Yeah.
Okay, so first appearance of Nora Freeze here as well
Mm-hmm.
to give some emotional depth to Mr.
Married
Freeze.
to Woody Allen. That's what he looked like.
Well, and just like it totally matches the trope of like extremely beautiful woman marries like nerdy glasses guy.
I just need you to stay put, okay? Just like I guess freeze. I guess am I gonna
It's
lean
just
into this? I'm
so
gonna lean
cold
into
in
this.
here.
Oh
Did anyone
God.
bring a tissue?
Oh.
My allergies.
My dead wife was the inspiration for the movie Sleeper.
Totally. I like how the security camera, like, cuts here. Like there's a security camera that's a close up on
Yeah, what's
Boyle.
going on here?
Mm-hmm.
That's who cut this together?
Somebody was very interested in his tape here, so they put together
Yeah.
a sizzle reel.
Yeah, right. Oh, I mean, it's really sad.
Yeah, it is.
Also, he's so wide.
Freeze before he's freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess does
God,
he need
the
to
detail
eat as
and
Mr.
motion.
Freeze?
I don't know. But like, Fergus, what's his name? The mayor.
Yeah.
This guy. Like his face, they've just put so much expression into it.
Nora. Nora. So apparently that line was also cut due to censors. The "My
Yeah.
God" line.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because you weren't supposed to have anything, kind of religious or that could
Interesting.
be, yeah.
I mean, he didn't go like Jesus H.
Right.
Or anything like that. Christ on a cross.
Mother of fucking God.
Yeah, right.
Right.
See, this is just Mark Hamill again in the ice cavern.
Oh, nice. Oh, man, we are getting some serious Empire things.
Right?
I wonder if they did that shit on purpose, man.
Just to fuck with Mark Hamill.
Right. So here our protagonist is hanging upside down in an ice cave. Sound familiar, Mark?
smelled bad on the outside.
Oh, God. So bad. You should be cutting up a polar bear at some point here.
Yeah, right. Or like a bleached white kangaroo.
Oh, yikes.
I mean,
I'm the bad guy. Duh.
I don't know. Like, obviously, Freeze shouldn't be taking vengeance into his own hands, but like, he's not really wrong.
I mean, no, that he was wronged. But
He's just
totally
overreacting.
going about it.
Not overreacting, going about the wrong way. Yeah.
Yeah, he's going about the wrong way. I don't know if there's a way to underreact, to your
Yeah.
wife being murdered and your lifelong work being, yeah. And see, Batman didn't even need a lightsaber to force pull. He's got stalactites.
You'd think that the thinner ice would break before the thicker ice, but whatever.
I wouldn't go that too deep into it there.
Right.
LexCorp Incorporated. You really had to add that incorporated to it just to make sure they knew it was a business.
Yeah.
LexCorp sounds like, or excuse me, GothCorp sounds something different.
I was about to say, are you watching a different cut?
Nope, I'm just tired.
Understood.
Right.
Sir, that's not a dress parka. This is a black parka affair.
That is a gigantic freeze gun.
Yeah. This is also very Max Fleischer right here.
Oh, totally. Just classic mad scientist.
Mm-hmm, with the oversized novelty cannon.
Where does one purchase something like that?
Store-bought is not fine.
Right.
The People Company.
What a just generic, like, we're shitty tagline. Like,
I know. Oof. He's like, "Are you serious?"
now, how do you feel about that ice animation? I'm
It's
sure
the
that was a
frame rate on it's
stylistic
not
choice, right, to make it creep like that. But yeah, I'm not huge on it.
great.
I guess it's much cheaper to do it that way, though. That sounds like a really expensive scene if you actually had it like spread how it probably
it's like
would.
spiderweb out basically.
Right. Man,
That's
you're
a hell of
right.
an
This
entrance.
just the Parka themed henchman is pretty hilarious.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean
did you
it's
see the bat symbol flipped just then? Every now and then they'll get the colors wrong, and
yeah.
the bat will be yellow and the outline will be black. I
Huh.
don't see it much in the animated series, but the New Adventures of Batman from the 70s would do it all the time. And even as a kid, I noticed it.
I haven't picked up on that. I'm gonna have to be more eagle-eyed.
That is a super cool concept, too, of a way to enter a building.
Right?
The,
But like, what a fucking kick!
right. Well, the suit,
Got pistons in there.
right, the suit augments his strength. Now,
This is
never
not
mind
who we
how.
were requesting.
Right. Is this the band? Or the bartender? Nice.
Oof.
Chilling.
Yeah.
Isn't that a better opening line than everybody chill?
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Right. Oh, not the penis. Don't freeze the penis. Stop at the knees. Oh, that would suck.
He was amazingly calm and together while that was happening.
Right? Yeah, talk about shrinkage.
Yeah.
I was in a pool.
I was in the pool. I mean, those ice blue eyes had to be a deliberate decision.
Yeah, true.
I don't know what
Freesville.
they were trying to accomplish with it. I mean, it works. It's fine. But, like, it's not a coincidence.
Right. I love the sound that it makes when Batman punches his glass helmet, just to like tink.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's some cool Foley artist sound there.
Well, yeah, and like if they had done the regular punch noise, I wouldn't have noticed.
Sure.
But to give it that extra level of detail, that's just quality work.
Right. Brought down by soup.
By soup. Yeah. That's so good.
Curses.
Right, it cures the common cold.
Right. Foiled again. Oh my god. That's some good stuff. Now, I guess since Vicky Vale was technically Batman's girlfriend at the end of the first Batman movie, if you put her in the series, and you would have to explain if they're dating or why they're not.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
maybe
they were
that's the
definitely-
reason they shied away from it.
Must be because they definitely mention the movie in the writer's Bible that they were kind of riffing off that feel, but
Mhm.
moving it to their direction.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you can. Burton is all through this, but
Sure.
yeah, so tragic.
I know. Oh god, the fucking ice tears.
Hmm. So apparently they wanted the his tears to freeze and turn into snowflakes. Which Paul Dini has said that if they could go back and redo Heart of Ice, which please don't, but if they could, that's one thing they would add. But funny enough, it would be copied and stolen in Batman the Animated Series. Or excuse me, in Batman and Robin.
Right.
At the very end, freeze by Schwarzenegger. Or Schwarzenfreeze, if you would.
Yeah, boy howdy, what a movie.
God, what a terrible, terrible, terrible movie.
None
But
of
what
it
a
makes any sense at all.
great Batman episode.
Yeah, that was a great episode for
Heart
sure.
of Ice. So good. So good.
Honestly, I think it comes just second to I've Got Batman in My Basement.
It's
I mean,
close.
just within a hair's
Real
breadth.
close. Just, real neck and neck there. No, but it legitimately did revolutionize the character. Really
Oh,
everything
yeah.
we've seen of Mr. Freeze since then is solely based on this.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
And then,
this
you add
is
his
the Mr.
wife,
Freeze.
which was created by Paul Dini. You add Nora Freeze into the mix, and this the makings of a classic Batman villain there.
Yeah, it tugs at the heartstrings
Mhm.
while he severs your hamstrings.
Yep. Oh, nice. Okay, I like that. Put that on a poster.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, yeah, so those were some good 3 episodes. Even, Batman in My Basement
You're right,
was
Carter.
fun
Those were some
to
good
at
3
least-
episodes. Absolutely.
Batman in My Basement was at least fun to kind of shit talk for 20 minutes and
Yeah.
hear you attempt to defend it.
I think I did more than attempt.
You did adequate. You did fine.
Oh, thanks.
You did fine.
I did just as well as that episode could hope for. That's for sure. Listen, it's like that old the Groucho Marx joke. I'd never belong to a club that would have someone like me for a member.
Nice.
If that episode has to rely on someone like me to defend it, maybe it does not deserve defense.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so the next time on Classic Cartoon Rewind, we'll be covering we've got another 2-parter here. So it's our second 2-parter, Cat and the Claw Part 1 and 2. So first appearance of Catwoman here. I'm excited about that. And then even after that, we're going to have to do another 3-part episode because there's another not oddly placed, but there's another 2-parter after that. But in the middle of that 3-part episode is one of my favorite episodes, Beware the Gray Ghost, where we get a Adam West guest star. So be sure to join us for the next couple episodes of Classic Cartoon Rewind, but that is it for today. I've been your host, Carter Hutchison.
I'm your co-host, Nat Yance.
And we'll see you next week, kiddos.
Bye.
Batman in My Basement. Come on, dude.
It really is.
It's fun.
This has been a Grassroots Comics production. Da da da! So what's your story?
Well, some kind of silly cartoon.
You got a problem with cartoons?